And good evening all, welcome back. We are going again to try and do a playthrough here of Dishonored 2. Live and exclusive to YouTube, I am your host Swishwell for the remainder of the evening. For those of you who have been here before, whether you saw me try to run this in the past and fail, whether you saw me play through the original Dishonored of course, which was a bit more trepidatious but we made it, whether you've seen me recently struggling losing my mind on that boss in Shin Megami Tensei Digital Devil Saga, perhaps you will have a Shin Megami Tensei 3 Nocturne or the Persona, or the Danganronpa, those weird streams like Doki Doki Literature Club, Manual Samuel, or the older, much more classic streams such as Final Fantasy VII and Forza 4. Either way, a huge, gigantic welcome back to all of you. And because this series essentially ground to a halt, we're going to go back to the very beginning. We're going to start again. So, in order to do that, we're even going to quickly go into the tutorial. So, as Emily Caldwin, ruler of the Empire of the Isles, you have numerous enemies. Your father is Lord Corvo Atano, infamous royal protector and spy master. In the years since you took the throne, Corvo has spent many hours training you in the arts of stealth and combat. So, we'll see exactly what Corvo has done for it.
I remember training with my father in the years after the rat plague. Someday, he said, our enemies will come for you.
And so here we are. So this is the beginning of Dunwall. Here we are in its full glory, and hopefully things will look quite a lot better for you all, and things will run a lot smoother.
The smells of Dunwall never change much. This is my city.
Yep, it is indeed your city.
What training regimen does
All
Father
right,
have in
Majesty.
store for me today?
Let's see what you can do.
I'll have to climb up and over. Easy as cake.
I did say on the last stream when I was playing this for the first time, this reminded me a lot of Mirror's Edge, and this part especially does. You can almost imagine that I'm back in the city of glass there at the moment.
What's next?
So as we dive into the water. I mean, my Queen jumping in the chat box saying no, that says Corvo is both royal protector and spy master. Yes, it seems he's doubling down on his duties for Emily, and well, of course he would. Emily matters more to him than anything else in the world. As I say, I'm hoping that it's still running a lot smoother for you all, but I'd like you all in the comments to give me the feedback. You are my eyes and ears. Without you, I can't decide.
Come to me.
Oh, just made it.
You've learned well. Let's see how quiet you are, young lady.
So at this point we're in stealth mode, and essentially what you're supposed to do here is drop down and take ages, but you can actually just sneak up behind him like this.
Get behind.
He didn't have time to finish his commentary about what he wanted me to do then.
That's my girl. Now let me hear you or see you.
That's fine, you're not going to see or hear me.
Didn't see anything at all.
Given time.
Why fight
the
when you
enemy
can
will
slip
notice
past?
You, even if you're at the edge of their peripheral vision.
So yeah, you're supposed to take a lot longer to do that, but this is almost like a speed running. I'm not, by the way.
One in the building.
This is not a speed run.
Crossbow is quiet.
Managed to miss a shot then, which is not ideal. It wasn't that perfect. I missed first time, Carver.
Time for some more weapons and combat training. Let's beat each other up, shall we?
Okay.
Yes. Good. That's my daughter. When someone swings a sword at you, block.
Okay, come on then.
Block with your blade. Good. Well done. Very good. You've got a natural instinct for fighting. If you time your block right, you'll throw an enemy off balance.
Okay, come on then.
You're quick.
Not that quick. Come on, attack me then. Oh, damn, I'm messing this up big time here. Nope, that's not it.
Come on.
You can tell I've not played this in a while, people. I am rusty as anything.
Come on.
Okay, fine. Come on.
Move. Come on.
There we go. That's what I was
That'd
after.
stop even the most black-hearted killer. You can choke an enemy out, even in combat.
Who says you have to wait to be attacked? Who says you have to play fair?
When an enemy is off balance, you can land a lethal counterattack. When someone swings a sword at you, block. Go for the fatality.
How are you supposed to do that? But hey up. What the? Huh?
Feel better knowing you can take care of yourself.
I'm hoping that wasn't my settings that made that happen, people.
Trouble does finally come. You're ready to fight.
There's a way to assassinate someone. Smash them through a box, you know, send them through a cupboard. So, as we can see, that there is the trailer. That is pretty much the training mission. So, all you people out there who've been watching live, thank you very much for joining. And, of course, the chat box is open. You can follow Queen's example that way. If you want to get any comments in there. And your feedback is massively appreciated in terms of how it looks. Tell me, is this better than last time? I hope it is. It should be. So, we're going to go with a new game. We'll go with campaign slot 2, just in case I decide to go back to the old campaign, but I'm probably not going. We've just done the tutorial, so no. And I will reveal soon how I've made these changes.
Why do we celebrate the anniversary of an assassination? 15 years ago, in the middle of a plague that nearly destroyed Dunwall, a paid killer assaulted the palace where I was born and stabbed my mother in the heart.
Ooh.
In the aftermath, the men who sent the assassin tried to use me as a pawn in a game of power. They would have succeeded, but my father, Corvo Atano, hunted them down and cut their conspiracy to pieces. All these years later, am I the ruler my mother wanted me to be? Now, we face a new crisis. A monster the papers are calling the Crown Killer has been picking off my enemies and dressing it up like my father and I are responsible. I don't know whether to get on a ship and sail to the opposite side of the world, or to have everyone around me executed.
Very Mitsuru of her talk about executing everyone, really, isn't it? You say you're looking forward to that, are you, Queen? Well, as I say, all will be revealed soon, I promise.
Watch your step, Majesty.
I'm not looking forward to all the ceremony today.
Your signet ring. There. You're ready.
Thank you, Alexei. Open the doors.
So 2016 was where we started seeing like the red-headed female leads, didn't we? You've got Alexei here, you've got Aloy in for Horizon.
Subjects, we're going through a difficult time, but today we honor my mother, the late Jessamine Caldwin. May her memory survive through the ages.
Emily.
You look tired, Father.
Every year, I think the anniversary of Jessamine's death will be easier, but it never is.
I wish Mother was still the Empress. I don't think I'm very good at this.
You're still learning. Don't worry about the rabble-rousers, and we'll catch the Crown Killer, eventually.
People are saying it's you. That these assassinations are a misguided effort to protect me.
No, someone's trying to make us look guilty by targeting your enemies.
I wish I could just run away from all this.
Sometimes you do. You think I don't know about your nights out on the rooftops? Courage. The ceremony will be over soon.
Royal Protector and Father. We should have passed a law against that combination of titles years ago.
It's not really a title to be a father, though, is it? They're either your father or they're not. But it's kind of more grey in his beard and on his top of his head. It's very similar to me, actually. If I've let my beard grow, you see white whiskers down here.
Before we begin the day's observances, we have an unexpected visitor, the Duke of Serkonos.
Thank you for the reminder there, Queen. Yes, I did forget that. So if I go to visuals, and then it's, is it advanced settings? No. Where are they? Okay, back again. It'll be in audio, won't it? Yeah, I don't know why it's in audio. Surely it'd be a visual thing. But anyway, never mind. Let's carry on.
Ramsey says the Duke is bringing special gifts.
That's intriguing.
Grace Luca Abel, Duke of Serkonos!
I mean...
Mechanical soldiers? Amazing.
No, they're not
What
amazing.
is this, Ramsey? I didn't authorize those things.
Your Imperial Majesty and Royal Protector Corvo Attano, a native of our homeland. Serkonos offers condolences on this sorrowful day, and gifts to remind you of our nation, the rising star on the southern horizon.
We thank you, Your Grace.
Save your thanks. For now, I give you the greatest gift of all, family. I present the lost sister of Jessamine Caldwin.
No, you
your
don't.
rightful empress, Delilah Caldwin.
Impossible.
My mother had a sister?
My dearest niece, hello.
It's not true.
My father was Emperor Euhorn Jacob Caldwin, and Jessamine was my younger sister. At the time of her death, I wasn't ready to make myself known to you, and I was forced to leave Dunwall. But now I'm home.
If you really are my mother's sister, you're welcome to stay as long as you like.
Little sparrow, blackened by bad memories, I'm here to relieve you of your crown. My father's promise, whispered in secret so many years ago, is now fulfilled.
Watch your tongue. Emily Caldwin is the daughter of Empress Jessamine Caldwin.
Royal Protector. How naive to think you could get away with these murders. Living in my palace has protected you, but that's over. Hear me, all of you. Your rightful Empress has returned.
All hail the Empress Delilah, first of her name. Arrest Emily Caldwin and her father for the Crown Killer murder.
What?
Can't still my heart.
Yeah, it is kind of cool actually, Queen. You're not wrong. Right, so this is where we get our character select, and we're going to stay with what we started. However, I am going to also switch to play as Emily in the future on the second part of the stream. But for now, I'm going to stay canonical in my gameplay. We're playing as Corvo.
Cast you in cold marble.
Corvo Attano, how handsome you are for a man of your age. And how long had you hidden the mark of the outsider? I expect it's a wonderful story.
I'll lock him in the Empress's chambers, and then I'll bring him to Coldridge Prison until his trial.
Back to Coldridge Prison, eh?
My father lost it all. Sent me to the City Watch, one step above begging. Think I had to take your orders? Corvo Attano, son of a Zirconan tradesman.
Captain Ramsey, I heard shouting. Lord Corvo, what happened?
Well, that's interesting. How did he know how to use that sword where it flips in half?
Oh, so that's the Royal Protector's fancy weapon. What kind of sword folds in half?
And how are you able to use it straight away? There's more to you than meets the eye. I'm interested to see who you really are. Yes.
There's a legend in the City Watch. The Empress's last resort, the safe room inside your daughter's chambers, is holding enough gold to buy an island. And they say this is one of the only two keys.
I suppose he's heard the stories, Queen, and he may not slouch a cigar, but it's still somewhat bizarre.
What happened? Alexei. The throne room. Emily.
Okay, so here we are. We're now in
Nothing
control.
I can do alone. I need to get out of here.
Nice enough to leave me some food. So let's get into the exploring of this area. What we'll do actually first before we do anything is we'll quickly save our game. Create a new save file. Thank you. Right, so let's look at the advisor. Letter from Advisor Helmswater. Empress, we face yet another murder, and I cannot remain silent on this matter. Strange, is it not, that all the victims have openly opposed you? If not strange, then oh so very convenient. Is there anything you wish to tell me, Majesty? How can I be an advisor if you don't include me in these most sensitive endeavors? I feel I must be the only person in Dunwall who doesn't know the truth about the Crown Killer. Don't leave me out in the cold. I remain your trusted servant and advisor, Leonora Helmswater. I mean, the more you say that you're someone's trusted advisor and you must be left in, makes me trust you less. I don't know if it's just me, but oh, I'm your trusted advisor. You've nothing to fear from me. You know what I mean? It has that kind of vibe to it, and it's just, no thanks. Right, so, last time we got, well, I say we, I got stuck here because I didn't realise there was another way out.
Dunwall always has a way of turning sour, just as soon as you get comfortable.
I do actually like the perspective they got there with the fog in the background. It makes it almost look like an old painting that you find on the wall. Yeah, exactly. They've not been paying much attention, have they, Queen?
Delilah took away the mark of the outsider. No more sorcery.
Lord Protector. Is Lady Emily all
There's a
right?
coup underway. She's imprisoned for lack of a better word.
You've got to get out of the tower. Maybe through Emily's safe room. There was a captain earlier today, down at the docks, looking for you. Get away and help Emily.
I'm sorry, Captain Mayhew. Goodbye.
Yeah, she didn't deserve that, did she? Right, so meanwhile, we've got a scroll here. Captain Mayhew, you don't know me, but you've got to tell the Royal Protector that I have urgent need of his time. I'm carrying a message that has to be delivered face to face. Tell him I'm working with Anton Sokolov, an old friend. All the boats have been sent away from the docks, but I'll delay as long as I can. Tell Corvo to find me there. My ship is called the Dreadful Whale. Megan Foster. So we've got a name and the game. We're looking for Megan Foster. Now we need to quickly keep our eyes open.
These bastards are working with Ramsay and the Duke of Serkonos.
So we'll get you moved. That's right, boy. Sleep. Don't mind if I do, thank you. Just in case any guards come back this way, I want that door locked. I don't want them seeing it. The Royal Protector. Historical record of government positions and ranks. Addendum. Corvo Attano. Accused of assassinating the Empress he was sworn to protect. How unlikely he would not only overcome this shame, but then redeem himself so fully as to be named Royal Protector to yet another Empress. Those of us at the College of Histories were too fast to use pen against him. Let us not blame historians, for the evidence against Attano was nearly overwhelming. First, he is the only Royal Protector ever to have been born of an isle other than Bristol. His foreignness is not itself a crime, but added to the suspicions, the most forgiving of which was that he lacked the capacity to fully understand his duties. Second, he was caught quite red-handed, with bloodied weapon, kneeling over the body of Empress Jessamine. Of course, it turns out that even this damning evidence was part of a clever ploy to destroy the Empress and remove Atano from interfering with the ongoing plans of the Lord Regent's conspirators. And while I admit to publishing what are now clearly incorrect conclusions regarding Corvo Atano, I will not, as some of my colleagues have done, resign my position at our veritable organization. But instead, I reassert myself in the endeavor of weeding out fact from fiction to produce the most salient histories possible. Yes, well, if there's any interesting information that we want to keep secret, then that's fine by me. We don't want to be giving away too much. Just seeing if there's any loot in these cabinets. Oh, that's disappointing. There's absolutely nothing here. Never mind. Because, of course, this game, it's not just about stealth, it's not just about sneaking. There's also looting. In many ways, it reminds me... Do you remember an old series from the... back in the late 90s called Thief? In many ways, this game kind of did the same thing as Thief, but kind of in a better way. I think the actual design of the city, the enemies, the layouts, it's just a bit more iconic, really.
Disloyal dogs.
Yes, that they are, Corvo. Put them down. At least, that's what people tell you to do, but we're going to try and go a low chaos route here. I like it. It's weird, because I normally play games the East End Thug approach, but here... And this game's running so much better, is it? Well, I'm glad to hear that. It should be running quite a lot better with the changes I've made, which I will get onto shortly. I will do a reveal of how. In fact, we're in a bit of a safe zone here, so I'm going to quickly do a save. So... so it's the same voice actor as a character named Garrett from Thief. That makes sense then. That's kind of cool. So I did say that I made some changes recently. Those who watched the Shin Megami Tensei Digital Devil Saga stream will have noticed how the character models seem to be a lot more high-res, a lot smoother, and the performance looked a lot better. And you've been watching here now me play Dishonored, and thus far, from what I've seen, we've not had any major slowdown or issues. Well, now I'm going to show to you just why that is. I have actually made some changes, and mainly the change is this. Check it out. That is a brand new gaming desktop PC. That is the setting that I have brought into the game. Those are the settings that I have decided to play with. So to give you an idea of just what the difference is, when I had this originally running, everything was set to very, very low. And it was still slow and choppy. If I go to my visuals now, look at this. Ultra, ultra, ultra high. Post-processing, anti-aliasing, it's all there. The game looks much, much better. That's the reason why I now have streams which are a lot more high quality. Or at least I hope they are. Only you people can tell me if it's the case. Oh, well, so it's very similar to yours, is it, Queen? Oh, well, that's awesome. That's really cool. That explains why on your channel with all your Let's Plays are all so buttery smooth. That's fantastic. As I say, of course, you can check out Queen 32's channel for some brilliant playthroughs of the original Dishonored on both high and low chaos. I highly recommend them. They are a lot of fun.
With the throne room blocked off, we should have the time we need. Just stay here and stall anyone who comes by. I'll be back when I've searched the royal chambers, assuming I don't accidentally lock myself in this damn safe room.
We'll cover for you if anyone from the Duke's party returns. This is exciting.
Last time...
Yes, the natural order is reasserting itself. The Ramses once hosted the King and Queen of Morley. Did you know that? I spent my childhood playing with the Buntings and the Boyles, the cream of society.
And very soon you'll be back at the top, Captain.
Yeah, how much RAM do I have? I have 32. I have 32 gigabytes of RAM on my machine. My machine is good. My laptop had 8 by comparison. I've gone from 8 gigs of RAM to 32. I've quadrupled the power in my machine. And my energy bills are going to go through the roof running it, but I don't care because it's just so much fun to play around with. Now, the reason I'm hiding here, by the way, is last time I played this game, I accidentally ended up just walking in and stabbing this guy. He just appeared out of sequence. Here, though, I'm hoping I'll be able to sneak behind him. Oh, hang on.
Nothing will stop me from bringing you home, Emily.
Yeah, I agree with that, Queen. I'd be very surprised if you ever found a gaming laptop with more than 8 gigs of RAM, because getting it into the package is the hard part. And obviously there's the cooling as well, because even with, like, you know, advanced coolers, it's just not likely to be able to do it. So, essentially, it's not the best way. But we've now got ourselves into this position, so we're going to open the safe room.
Anton Sokolov made this lock.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, I don't really care about his knees, Queen. The moment he decided to try and attack me and Emily. Huh?
Goodbye, Ramsey.
Oh, what the hell? Oh, you've got to be kidding me. I'm loading that. The door squished him. That was completely unplanned. I've never seen that before. Memo to me, shut the door before you drop Ramsey before you put him in there.
Now you've got what you wanted, Ramsey. The Imperial Suite atop Dunwall Tower. Stay put until this is all set straight, Ramsey. Enjoy the rations and well water, sleeping next to a fortune.
That's right, he did die, Queen. Yes, he died. I basically squished him with a bookcase. That's almost like a saw trap. Whispers from the Void by Bernoli Mulani. Treatises on the physical existence of that foreign realm. These little glimpses of the void in dreams are described by those awoken from comas, are not limited to select few. In my interviews, I've gleaned that there is not a single citizen without such visions at one time or another. This, then, must be a real place, not folklore or mass delusion. Perhaps it exists deep below the earth, or far above it. Perhaps it is right next to us, but hidden. Some trick of the light, or wondrous curtain bars us from fully knowing it, and we all but wait for a natural philosopher to unlock the phenomenon, to show us how to see it at will. But when so revealed, it will not be a fearsome place any longer, not the distant and special realm described in the myth of the outsider. It will be a strange, yes, even unsettling, but nonetheless it will be a new realm for us to explore and eventually conquer. What new treasures await us there? Are the lakes made of liquid diamond? No, because diamond sublimes at temperature, it doesn't go liquid. The clouds of weightless silver gas? Maybe? And what things we would learn? Meanwhile, good evening, Queen. Good evening to Aristojack. Yes, it's working absolutely beautifully from what I've seen. And yes, that way that Ramsey died was the owning of a lifetime from me. I couldn't believe that happened. I have to say, I had no idea you could do that. Evidently you can. And this is obviously Dishonored 2, so we're finally getting back into playing it. Isn't that the same book as the one that... Oh, right. Oh, so here's the second part. Treatise on the physical existence of that foreign realm. These little glimpses of the void in dreams are described by those awoken from comas and not limited to a select few. Hang on, I've read all this. Oh, alright, so it just goes as a say. I thought it said 1 and 2. It must have put both together. I was thinking, I'm like, there's no new text here. Bone charms. Oh, yes. Bone charms. A sailor's blessing, they say. The carving itself is a practice from long back, passed from salty dogs to young greenhorns still finding their sea legs. In old times, sailors cut into the tusk of ice seals and into the arm-long fangs of the bears that roam the islets north of Tivia. Once the whaling trade began, the practitioners began engraving the bones of those great beasts, rendering charms that sing in the night, and grant some small boon, increasing a lover's vigor, or providing a defense against pregnancy, or as we like to call it in the UK, Viagra. Crown Killer strikes again. Dunwall citizens express shock and fear as yet another outspoken critic of Empress Emily Colwyn is met with a violent demise. The latest victim is none other than Ichabod Boyle, notable entrepreneur and supporter of the arts. Boyle recently wrote an opinion piece heartily criticising the Empress for what he called her slipshod style of governance and her willful neglect of duties. Authorities are convinced the Crown Killer is the culprit, given the gruesome details left at the crime scene. As Her Majesty's most outspoken adversaries fall one by one to this notorious assassin, we boldly ask, is now the duty of the Royal Protector to murder all who dare to criticise the throne?
I suspect the Crown Killer is connected to Delilah's coup.
He or she probably is.
Out into the world once more. How many people had forgotten this mask?
Oh god, Aristocrat. I fucking told you to get the fuck out of my throne room! Or something like that. Yeah, she's probably right. She's like, it's fucking raw! Well, that's because it's dead. It's fucking raw! Because it's dead. It's fucking raw!
The reserves won't help against Delilah, even if I had a way to carry it all out of here.
So you might have noticed that even things like this logo here are now in sharp, crystal clear focus. Last time we came through and looked at the actual, looked at the stream here, they were far, far lower res. And it actually means I can now appreciate some of these awesome artworks we didn't see before last time. Oh, that's kind of cool. You can actually zoom in on it. So you got river crust, whale oil. I'm guessing these are like Emily's drawings. Oh, that's freaky. That's actually really rather disturbing art. Especially this face right here. Ah, you've been binge watching the old Hell's Kitchen, have you? Yes. Oddly enough, Quinn, you're not wrong. If you watch, like, you know, the kids' version of MasterChef, Gordon Ramsay's really nice, but then to the adults, he just absolutely kicks them in the teeth. Maybe it's because the kids have brought back at him.
Until I understand this, I have to go into hiding. I should make my way to the docks.
Yep, that you should. So what we'll do now is find our way, but firstly I think there's a book there to read. Old history textbook. Chapter 12. The Whaling Trade. In 1631, Emperor Finlay Morgengard commissioned the first fleet of vessels made expressly for the hunting and processing of whales. Well, Darkside fills donators. They were powered by sails alone, and so were at the mercy of the winds. Although these whaling ships were small by current standards, Morgengard's fleet established a robust whaling trade we still enjoy today. Modern whaling vessels are much larger and use steam power to traverse the seas in search of whales. Did you know that every part of the beast is used? In addition to canned meat and whale oil, there is also a flourishing whalebone trade. Baleen is used in roofing. Whale skins are processed into crude cloth. Bladders are made into wine flasks. So you literally can get pissed. Even the intestines are carefully harvested for their precious hamburgers, used in many medicines and perfumes. Emily, half of Morgengard's whalers fell to the rough coast east of Morley. You can still see the remains of ships pulling out of the water should you ever visit Iran. Also, there's no mention here that it was Sokolov himself who designed the first steam-powered whaling ships. He'll tell you all about it if you ask and he's sober.
I used to listen while Emily and her governess Callista read from this book. I'm glad she wasn't here to see Emily driven out of Dunwall Tower.
Nothing in that cabinet? Anything in here? Big fat nothing. Ah, big fat nothing. Boo. Oh, well, I'll take that though. Didn't even realise that was something that was loot you could pick up. Excellent. 200 coins for a painting. Meanwhile, Avian, good evening to you. All goes fantastically well, thank you. How goes it for you? As you can see, we started doing the stream and things have got a little clearer. For those of you who weren't here to see why, I have made some changes. I've changed the settings to be able to do my broadcast, and the settings are these. Check it out. That is a brand new gaming desktop PC. That is the reason my SMT Digital Devil Saga stream was so much high quality, and why this has a few changes to the visuals. When we last played it, everything was set to very low. Now it's all set to ultra, because this machine has an amazing 32 gigabytes of RAM. Oh yes. The Tower of Dunwall. Excerpt on a historical examination of Dunwall Tower. For over a century, Dunwall Tower has been at the capital of the Isle of Crystal, and a seat of power across all the isles of the Empire. Rulers have come and gone, each adding something to the structure. Gardens, observatories, new walls, pools, and specialized interior chambers to suit their needs and whims. Dunwall Tower has withstood numerous wars, several large-scale fires, and the collapse and rebuilding of the Northern Wing. With Tivia and Serkonos joining the Empire first, it was Morley that resisted longest. Some of the conflicts that arise also necessitate the further fortification of the tower. The repeated assassination attempts near the end of the conflict with Morley resulted in the creation of the Royal Protector position, with each ruler choosing his or her own Royal Protector after careful consideration. And yes, you say it looks much clearer, Avian. Believe me, it runs much clearer. The biggest thing for me is the fact that it actually runs properly. I'm able to actually do things. Yeah, always shut the lid when you use the cam, people.
I've got to get out of Dunwall.
So now what we need to do is get out of here. So my route that I've got is a little... It's not even cheating, it's just more about having an idea of where you're going. So here's where I want to stand up at full height.
What do I have to do to get Emily back? What do I have to become?
And the bigger question, what do we do with a drunken whaler? Yeah, so you say it's very, very shiny, Avian. You're not wrong. It's also very quiet. I'm amazed at how quiet it is.
Ramsey's missing. Corporal Moore checked the royal quarters, and Corvo Atano is apparently led the travels. We've got the bind. That's it, he's got your orders. Spread out, find the fugitive. We're in this with the Duke of Serkonos sink or swim. No way to turn back now.
You guys said it's sink or swim, so if I have my way, you're going to be sinking straight to the bottom of the harbour. Did I say that out loud? Yeah, I think I did. The Knife of Dunwall. Excerpt from a penny novel. Dowd stared at the blade, The plan had gone perfectly, even better than he could have hoped. In fact, the whole thing had been too easy. But now that was over, he felt hollow, and there was nothing in that world that could fill him again. He knew it with a certainty that scared him. Billy called from the next room. "Boss, leave me." He nudged the door closed before she could say anything else. He trusted her more than any of them, but he didn't feel like talking. Cleaning the blood from the blade, he studied the marks it made on the cloth. Royal blood. But it looked the same as any he'd seen before. Weren't the Iron Mighty supposed to be filled with something different? Something better? Dad was tired. No amount of blood could change the way he felt. He didn't drink as a general rule, and sex had never interested him. He felt a kind of exhaustion that couldn't be soothed away. A smile crept across his mouth. The knife of Dunwall, exhausted. And yet something else. What was it he was feeling exactly? He looked into Jessamine Caldwell's eyes at the moment the light slipped away. And in that moment a thought occurred to him. He'd made a mistake. He'd been misled. That kind of thinking was useless. She was just as dead, whether he regretted it or not. But he'd seen his true face reflected in her eyes, seen himself for what he really was. Not a renowned assassin, not some great shaper of history, just another piece in an unknowable game. Yeah, you say there was a very audible hum to your old computer after you upgrade. I think it's just one of those things, you just get used to it, don't you? So for these drop down, if you want to do a non-lethal, you use control, then you'll be unconscious, or do a knife with the mouse if you want to use a kill.
It's gonna be awesome.
Oh god. That didn't work.
Traitorous dog.
So that counts as being detected. The trophy for, well, I say trophy, it's achievements on Steam. The achievement for not being spotted is now gone. Never mind. How very kind of you, thank you. I can't do. I've still not managed to make one work. But I think that's more about me than anything else. Oh.
Empress. All hail Delilah, first of her name. Further, Corvo Attano is now wanted for treason. Any of you found harboring the Royal Protector will be fined and arrested. People of Dunwall, stay in your homes. You're advised to stay indoors during this time of unrest.
You're not fit for that watch uniform.
Where's he gone?
Oh, be damned.
Something's been found.
Shit. Who did this? Can't be far.
So it looks like a non-lethal body's been
Be on your
found.
guard, right, boys?
Nothing.
Come on, look everywhere. Everyone, search the place. Where are you hiding? Whoever did that, we'll get him.
So it's a coup. The Caldwins have finally... Shh. We shouldn't be talking about this.
Until later, then.
So we are doing a very sneaky approach, although the one body was found. Or in the words of Monokuma, a body has been discovered! Oh.
You bet.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm just polishing the flagstones, love. Ignore me. I've got a genuine reason to be here. Look at those trees there. I love the flat textures. But at least they are moving on this version of the stream. There's a slight upgrade. Oh. I had no choice but to do that. He wouldn't open it without me making the noise. That's frustrating. It would be nice if you could punch using the... the stairs behind, I'm not entirely sure where they go actually, but I'm not going back out there now to find out. I'll have to leave that one behind for a future look maybe. Thank you for the money. I always like cash and loot. Oh boo, there's nothing in there. You tightwads. Yeah, and I know I know the ones you mean, Queen. It's just that unfortunately, as I say, I've already got through it, so now's not the time. Oh, I didn't want to do that. I want to put my sword away. You might wonder why I want to put my sword away. I don't want to accidentally kill anybody.
People of Dunwall, aiding a fugitive is now punishable by death. Aid the city watch in this time of transition.
Ah, there's a guard there. Okay. I do not want to be seen by that guard. And I have a strategy here. It's one way you just got to wait. Yeah, but my mouse is ultra high sensitive, so it actually moves at speed. I mean, look at that. It actually causes motion blur because I can move it that quickly. You can't do that on a console, by the way. At least I don't think you can. Unless you've got a really ultra pro gaming controller, maybe. Okay.
I don't know that ship, but maybe the captain can help.
Yeah, if you're not a captain, we'll treat you like the perp you are. So this is the sneaky way out of Dunwall. It's not the very subtle way, but it works. Why did the jump and the scream, like, sound ages apart from each other? He was already in the water before he started screaming.
So, there's some kind of shitstorm happening here in Dunwall. The old man's been carried off to who knows. Lord Atano, you want to hear what I've got to say. I guarantee it. Lord Protector, forgive me for saying it, but you look like death warmed over.
It's been an unusual day.
You don't know much
There's
better.
a coup underway, and I'm being blamed for the Crown Killer murders.
My name's Megan Foster. I work with an old ally of yours, Anton Sokolov. We learned something scary down in the south, and I came to warn you.
I know, Anton. The Duke's here with a woman named Delilah who's seized the throne. They have Emily, and I barely got out. For now, I have to get away, recover my footing.
Bad things always seem to happen in Dunwall. Feels like the end of the world.
I need to get to Karnaca, where the Crown Killer murders started. Delilah must have been down there for a while, and I've got to figure out what's going on.
The dreadful whale will get you there. Should we go?
Well, I mean, I could jump back into the water and start swimming around here, but why would I want to do that? Let's go.
Let's go.
And so there we are. So we had one hostile killed, apparently. Who did I kill? Was it that guy I had hold on the wall? Did that count as an accidental kill? Is that what it was? I mean, don't get me wrong, it's still got me on the stealth route, and it's not the worst in the world, and the chaos is still low, but I'm quite annoyed by that. I'm quite annoyed. Right, let's carry on. Unless it counted the accidental killing of Ramsey when I loaded the game, maybe.
Something's not right, but it seems familiar somehow.
Yes, it does feel very familiar. Because nothing is working. Right, it's come up and told me to lock Mortimer in the safe room. I've already done that. The door is blocked. Well, that's not very helpful. Oh, but...
I remember this endless cold.
Oh, I know where we are.
Where are you? You might as well show yourself.
Corvo, old friend. Do I even have to say it? You've lost another empress.
You asshole.
Lila was born a pawn, but now she's got the throne. 15 years ago, the assassin Dowd could have warned you about her if you'd bothered to ask. But you were too busy for questions. Times have changed, Corvo. And you haven't been watching the dark corners of the world. Maybe living in a palace has made you soft. What happens when you push a man farther than he ever thought he could go? Does he snap? And what happens when he tries to go home? Maybe you'll finally learn what it feels like to kill an empress. Dowd could have told you about that, too.
Ah, so you can reject the offer and go into no powers mode. Do I look like I have the skill to do this game without powers? Absolutely not.
I felt this so long ago. The void. It was still there all along.
Okay, so...
Never thought I'd be here again.
Yep, so we have the blink technique, which allows us to essentially look to move around, and then we can upgrade the powers to get more information, which it says there is throw enemies to the ground by just as blink ends. That sounds kind of cool. Extend the range, and time stops if you aren't moving while aiming blink, which would be a useful way to, even if you're not planning to use blink, basically see an escape route.
Feels as good as I remember.
Okay, don't go up there.
Now I'm going to save my daughter and win back her throne.
That's a really creepy image of Emily, isn't it? That's really nasty. Oh, no, that's fallen short. That's no good. I'm glad I'm not the only one who'd be thinking about falling straight away, Avian. Let's say, who is this? It looks like they've been skewered by a corkscrew or something. So yeah, we've almost entered like these saw puzzles here. It has to be said.
I know you. Do you remember? It's been so long. And you've been through so much. Even as an echo of myself. It's good to know you're there.
Jessamine, if all I can hear are the last echoes of your voice, that's enough.
Only the last of my essence. With you for a while. If only I could reach across this great expanse and take you into my arms. But I have this to offer. My gift and my curse. Summon me to your hand, and I will guide you when I can.
Ah, Ichabod Boyle, that makes sense, Queen. If it was scissors, I'd actually be marking out Avian. Believe me, that would be awesome. I'd be more than happy if it was. Ah, there she is.
Who is Delilah, really? Jessamine's sister? Bearing the outsider's mark.
Nah, not a chance. She's got nothing to do with Empress Jessamine.
There's no one quite like Delilah. I watched her pull herself up from blood and filth until she was in a position to steal from the wisest scholars in the Empire. Survival and ambition, art and magic, with a cunning that makes fawning sycophants of those around her, all of it leading to what you saw at Dunwall Tower. Delilah's playing the long game. She took all the abuse the world could deal out, and now she has a crown. But I'll let you in on a secret. She's got her eyes set on a much greater prize.
So yes, as for Ichabod, it could be an Easter egg, you tell me.
Maybe I got lazy. Fell asleep at my post. Somehow everything I love is at risk. Again. Last time I saw Karnaca, I was just 18, boarding a ship bound for Dunwall. It was dawn and I'd been up all night dancing 3 sheets to the wind. I was puffed up with the old Duke's favor, and I thought I was the greatest swordsman the Isles had ever known. For over 3 decades, I've lived in a palace, watching over the people I love. I've had an empress die in my arms, and raised another from birth. Who would have thought I'd come back home, the most wanted man in the Isles, following the trail of a monstrous killer? What would that 18-year-old think of me now?
It is interesting to hear the different voices of the Outsider Queen. You're not wrong, because they do bring two... It's almost like, again, you've got that 2 different tones to the character with the time that's passed. So it definitely works, absolutely. So here we are, and we can actually write a travel log. Yes, and then you've actually got the brief travel logs of them, which is kind of cool, actually. So I'll do that. For most people, the new year means renewed hope and promises. Me, I just hate the memories that get dredged up. Today, 3rd day of the Mother of Earth, would have been Jessamine's birthday. We used to take a skiff out on the river before dawn, bring a good bottle of sparkling wine, just to make a few moments to watch the sun rise together. Alone for a while, before she got caught up in her duties for the day. All these years later, why am I still thinking about it? And then we have the anniversary. The worst time of year. These weeks leading up to the anniversary of Jessamine's murder. I run through it all again. If I'd just been there a moment sooner, or know more about Dowd. If I'd just been a bit stronger, faster, smarter. If. One moment she was here, the next in my arms slipping away. Nothing I could do. Yes, I still grieve. The whole world still grieves. And so we mark the day she was murdered with somber speeches and trumpets. The month of harvest can't come soon enough. And that's got as a save, so that's kind of cool. Right, so let's have a quick look around here in case of any loot. Disappointingly, I'm not seeing anything. That's annoying. Okay. Oh. It's not what you used to. Living in a palace, but this saw the coin I could scrape up. Anton and I operate on a tight budget. And guess what? Now you do too. If it's not beneath you, pick up whatever valuables you can find along your way. We'll need ammo and resources to take down the people behind the coup. Hidden all over the city, there are underground black market shops. Look for a symbol depicting 2 hands, which means there's a shop nearby. Follow the signs, They'll guide you. Buying from the black market is against the law, but it could make the difference against the Duke's military. Sokolov is working on this crossbow as a gift for you. If you need it modified, those shops can help with that as well. There was a second entry? I read the second entry, not the anniversary one. Ah, okay, that explains it, right. Okay, well, I'll go back and carry on with this. Feels like it did all those years ago. Just mean. And me just a moment too late. Now Emily. This witch, Delilah. The most powerful magic I've ever seen. She tore away the outsider's mark and made Emily into stone. I will find a way to undo it. And to undo Delilah herself, along with her accomplice, Duke Abilene. Somehow I'll make sure they pay for what they've done to Emily. I've dealt with that weasel Ramsay for a start. But thanks to Delilah and the Duke, the whole Empire thinks I'm the crown killer. But for now I'm on a boat, headed away from Dunwall, toward my homeland. Seems absurd to write it down. The captain is Megan Foster. Says she's friends with Anton Sokolov, the old royal physician. I have no choice but to trust her. For now. We sail to Sakonos. At least it gives me time to think. I need a plan. A plan to save Emily and pull Delilah from the fro she stole. Then the void. I'd almost forgotten the way it feels to walk in the void. That sickening sensation, like falling. Like being abandoned by everything you've ever known. And the outsider. Those dead eyes of his. Limitless black. Of course he offered me the same gift. I thought I might refuse just to let him know I won't be a part of his games. But then I remembered Emily, trapped by Delilah's magic. So I took it. Anything I can use against the Duke and Delilah. Anything to defeat them and save my daughter. If this gift comes with a price, I just hope it's not too steep. And what will his offer cost me? Jessamine's beloved voice trapped in the same strange contraption that kept me company 15 years ago. I've been trying to forget it. But it's comforting to know to be able to talk to her again. And yet, it's not entirely the person I knew anymore. We finally arrived in Kanaka. I haven't seen the city in years. No one's waiting for me there. Neither the people, nor the Duke. Okay, well, as I say, I'm too used to the Abilene because of Sibylle. I've been playing, obviously, the Persona games, and Sibylle is spelled in a very similar way. That's the reason why I've been playing Persona and SMT. Repair the things that got busted up in Anton's room when he was taken. It's been weeks now. No, scratch that. Not until I bring him back home. There's a show of faith that he'll be coming back. Unblock the storage door. Looks like something fell on the other side. And I really need to sell the stuff locked up in there to make some coin. Pay the port tax and look the other way fees to those ground guards bastards. Before they wonder who my passenger is this time. I'll do it when I get the money. So that's suggesting we might be able to find a way into that. There is a rune 38 meters this way, somewhere. Okay. And we need to find a way into the storage room. Because that suggests there's something back there. Obviously, I'm supposed to go and talk to Megan Foster. Well, let's take a look at the boat, and as you can see, yeah. Oh, it's in the water. Right. Okay. Am I able to get down there? Well timed. No worries, Ashley Jack. You need to go and get some sleep, mate. That's absolutely fine. You have a good evening, mate. You take care. Thanks for checking out the stream, and I'll catch you on a future episode. Maybe. So that was quite well timed, actually, to be fair. I timed that quite well. So what's up here, then? Anything or nothing? A couple of bits of tea. Oh, hello. Thank you very much. I'll have that. That's fantastic. And there's a book here, too. Oh, that's a lot of accounting. I'm not reading a lot of accounting, that one. That's quite nasty. Right, in terms of that, we've got a J, and then... Is it powers? Right, okay, so that gives me dark vision. I've got 2 runes. I've got 3 available. I can also... If I go here, I can upgrade... I can use the knockout one, or save it to get more rapid. I need 5 runes to get that one, so that's not going to happen. That's the rat one. I don't want that, because that's high chaos. Wind blast, no. Possession, not got enough runes for. Then there's the general ones for increasing vitality and resonance. Block to deflect projectiles, so you can deflect arrows and that. That's kind of cool. More speed. Bloodthirst, which is when you get more power and adrenaline. Craft your own bone charms. That's a pretty cool one. And then Shadow Kill. Turn to Mr. Ash when they die. Wow. But I think realistically, the one that I'm going to need here is I'm going to need dark vision, I think. So I can actually see, because it says see things better, see better in darkness as though living beings through walls, and you can basically essentially see them where we go. Let's start with that. And I will save the other one, because it gives me a chance to have one in the bank to decide if I want to upgrade one of the other powers or save for another one. Dark vision is something I didn't have on the last time I tried to play the game, and it did show. I was struggling to find ways past the enemy, it must be said. Right, that's the other side of here, so there's nothing, no way to the storeroom on that side. So this looks a lot better, doesn't it? I'm loving all the fusion there. You got like the modern, like wind vanes that you have now for power, and then the much more almost Italian kind of stuff. It makes me think of the Mediterranean, you know, with the way it's built, all the cityscape like that. I'll tell you what actually reminds me. It reminds me of Monaco, Monte Carlo, a bit like that. Oh, what's this here? A reflection on my journey onto the Pandician continent by Anton Sokolov.
2 dead on our first day on the continent, but the new world was not sated and would have one more. None other than the captain himself. His group had found a cluster of small rodents, much like rabbits or prairie moles. The lure of fresh meat proved too much a temptation for our good captain, who had dined on scant fish and the same rations as the crew all these dreary months. He was able to grab one of the creatures with his bare hands, but the docile beasts were not so tame after all. Having allowed the captain to pick it up, the creature became enraged and delivered several stings from a gland hidden in its tail. The captain complained of heat and itching where the stings had penetrated, but insisted they press on. He died of asphyxiation within a quarter hour. It was suddenly obvious to me that at this rate of attrition, we would not only fail to sufficiently research the continent, but we might soon lack enough crew to make the return voyage. Something had to be done to save my venture, and so I immediately declared myself captain. On my orders, the remaining crew kept to the relative safety of the beach for the duration of the week. Then I sent 2 young academy students armed with nets and cages to fetch a live sample of the prairie mole that had so swiftly killed the captain. As first and foremost, ours was a research expedition.
How very Hojo from Final Fantasy VII of him. Ah, what's down here then? Is it safe to drop down there? I think it's better to have 5 this.
Dearest Emily, or must I say, your Imperial Majesty, I have something that you and Corvo must hear at the first opportunity. It concerns the murders happening across the Empire, committed by this so-called Crown Killer. When I left Bristol years ago, I swore I'd never again take part in any further political matters. I've done my share of bad things, and some good, before and after the Rat Plague. But here in Karnaca, I've uncovered a terrible conspiracy against you. Here, at the bottom of the Empire, the cobblestones smell of death and corruption. I'm staying with an associate, Megan Foster, aboard her vessel, the Dreadful Whale. We'll leave for Dunwall in the morning, as soon as the tides are willing. I keep thinking of the way sweet Jessamine was stolen from you and your father, and I fear it might be your turn to face such turmoil. I know Corvo would protect you with his life, but please do not trust anyone.
There you are, old man. I was asked to pay you a visit.
Wait, what's wrong with you? Megan!
Off we go, Sokolov, to somewhere more private.
Oh, so who is it that's got Sokolov? And also, I don't know if it's just me, but that there was very distracting during that scene. The way it was bobbing up and down with the light shining off it kind of took away from the impact of the amazing work the voice actor did in reading those lines.
Why can't an old man enjoy his last years in a warmer climate, with good wines and spicy foods, without stumbling into another nest of aristocratic vipers, eager to coil around the heart of this empire? As I've learned more, each week for months now, I've found my mind turning over the movements beneath the surface here in Kanaka. Duke Luke Ebel, and some inner circle that even seems to include Captain Mortimer Ramsey of the Dunwall City Watch. A betrayal that boggles the mind. How many others are involved? They aim their venom at our dear Empress, young Emily, that much is certain. But when will they strike and how? Do I dare spend another month gathering stray bits of esoteric information, linking it together with what we already know? Can we even afford another week? Or should Megan and I set for our grostal tonight, taking this leaky tub up through the canal? Corvo will not hesitate. He will act as soon as I hand over what I know. And if I'm too hasty, it might be his undoing, coming home to his native Sakurnos without some critical piece of knowledge about this affair. And then there's the Crown Killer to worry about. If that fiend is part of Duke Abel's schemes, as I suspect, how long until the dreadful whale catches the Duke's eye?
Yes, indeed. How long? Wasn't a but? Oh, hang on. Is this the same one? No, it's not.
A colleague of mine owns a stunning map of the known world, adorned with curlicues and sea beasts. It has a cherished spot over her mantle. She paid handsomely for it, and was so bristled when I enumerated the various errors. Chief among them, of course, the size and placement of the Pandician continent. Oh, how cartographers are loath to show how small and distant our empire really is, compared to that giant landmass. As if Pandicia were but a few days' journey from Iran. Every veteran ship captain knows that it takes months to reach those shores. I had no doubt that Pandicia was rich in resources, but a place must be understood if we ever hope to exploit its myriad treasures. Those are my thoughts as I agreed to join the ill-fated expedition. And so it was, on the 3rd day of the month of Earth, under calm grey skies, the great sea vessel Antonia Aquilo set sail with captain, crew, researchers, and myself. 38 of us in total. For what would be the most terrifying and spiritually draining experience of my life.
Or as I call it, the grocery store.
I've wondered whether I have another buck in me. The bloodfly epidemic, coupled with basic information on life cycle and behaviour, might make an excellent research project for this old natural philosopher. Bloodflies are exotic insects. Unlike anything else found in Sakurnos, I suspect they originated on the Pandician continent. In groups of 3 or fewer, they are harmless, Individuals won't attack, leading me to speculate that each emits a scent that has a collective effect on larger numbers of bloodflies. Bloodflies are attracted to rapid movement and sound. Their nests can be broken apart, scattering the swarm, and in particular the nests are quite susceptible to fire. The insects require fresh corpses to lay their eggs, which hatch in breathtaking fashion after a very short time. More corpses in a Sarkonan city, say during a crisis or plague, mean more bloodflies. Interestingly, in the last part of a bloodfly's life cycle, they calm a great deal. Leaving the swarm, they molt, causing the wings to drop off. Afterward, each bloodfly lives a solitary existence. Very odd. Bloodflies are largely restricted to the south, preferring warmer climates, like certain aging natural philosophers.
At least he's got some self-deprecate. I didn't expect to see them here. That was a jump scare. They look creepy AF, and I love the shadows on the walls here. This is fantastic. Right. So this brings me out on the other side, and there's Megan now waiting for me.
Must be cursed. Daft old man. This is some shit. Back to that city. What would we have done in the old days? All sharp and golden shadows would say.
I wanted to grind my saw, but it won't let me do it. That's annoying.
If we're lucky, the Howlers will be distracted by some score they're working.
All right, you've explained part of it. But what were you and Sokolov doing here?
The old man loved Karnaca, but he'd caught wind of a conspiracy tied to the Crown Killer. He wanted to warn you.
There were reports about tensions rising. Corruption, street violence. It's the sort of thing that happens, and usually the local authorities resolve it.
The new Duke has let things slide. But Sokolov concluded he might be the head of the conspiracy. He came in looking shocked, and if you've heard his after-dinner stories, you know that's unusual. We were going to set out for Dunwall, but something happened.
The Crown Killer.
Yes, the hatch ripped open and Sokolov screamed. All I caught was a glimpse of someone carrying him across the deck. I followed as long as I could, toward Addermeyer Institute. It's run by the alchemist Hypatia. Maybe the Duke is using a patient of hers. The Crown Killer.
Addermeyer was a solarium years ago. I'll get inside and eliminate the Crown Killer. Maybe the alchemist will cooperate, maybe she won't. Either way, I'll try to figure out what happened to Sokolov, too.
I would say good luck, but I don't think you want my luck. When you get done at the Institute, disable the watchtower. Once it's down, I'll bring the boat around. We'll take the skiff to the shore when you're ready.
So instead of Samuel and his longboat, we have Megan instead. So there we are. So there's Mortimer.
Mortimer Ramsey, the entitled son of entitled parents. The Duke's coup relied on a weasel like you. Before I leave Sarkonos, Duke Luca Abel and I are going to meet face to face, and he'll pay for all this. Delilah's powerful. How is it possible I haven't crossed her path in all these years?
Answer, Dowd. And then that's what that one again. We've already read that story. B1, what's this one?
Addermeyer Institute's been there for a long time, but Hypatia wasn't around when I lived in Karnaca.
Can't make out the text, unfortunately. They've deliberately obfuscated it. Even at ultra resolution, it's not there.
As assassins go, the Crown Killer was messy, vulgar. The Duke wanted people afraid.
A hooded victor has been spotted at the crime scene. A reward of 15,000 coins for information leading to capture or death of the deranged villain. Remember, even the stranger in the pub could be a suspect. You should check out old Jed round there. He's got a gleam in his eye. You want to stay away from him.
Sokolov always seemed ageless. Not now.
We've got the Adamire solution. I do love being able to actually take a look at it. So that's obviously a blood fly inoculation. Yeah, Hypatia, alchemist of renown at Adamire, is used, derived from rare and exotic ingredients, including blood fly venom itself. And then finally there's the map.
With that watchtower, the only way to get to Adamire is through the carriage station.
Yep, so there we are. So there's Adamire Station, Adamire Institute, point a bell, and we're around here in the dockyards area. So the fact that the map is so high resolution that you're able to actually do a proper zoom in like this is really, really cool. Batista, I get the feeling that's going to be important. The Batista Mining District, Batista Overlook. That name's there too many times, that's going to be important. Oh, look if it isn't.
Sokolov's style. It's Delilah.
So when did he paint her as a portrait? That's a good question. It's very exotically done, that, and there's definitely more time to it. Oh, it's a whiskey tumbler. Okay. Right, what's through here? There's another book.
The Shinjri Gift. A study by Imora Clipswitch. On the effects of the winds on the Karnakan landmass and resulting economic positions. Whale oil, liquid power. How astonishing that within those beasts, inside the oil harvested along their flesh, was enough power to see the isle through these tumultuous years. And it all seemed limitless. But now the lights begin to dim. Our fisherfolk say the great beasts are increasingly rare. Not all places will suffer this loss equally. Fellow natural philosophers, Karnaca has a unique feature, the cleft in the Shindare Peak, through which the winds are channeled and amplified. As whale oil begins to run short, with the cost of finding the remaining leviathans escalating beyond the worth of the oil itself, Karnaca will find itself ascendant among the isles.
Yeah, this game predicted the oil crisis of 2022, 6 years ago. Well, let's eat. So there's plenty of food on here, but we don't want to eat all of it, because there's a chance that I'll need this in the future. Anything else back here? Why are the stoves on with nothing cooking? That's dangerous. You're going to get yourselves burned. Or you're going to start a fire if something combustible goes into them. Yeah, never leave your cooker unattended, people. Don't do that. And don't leave candles unattended like that either. There we are. They cause fires. One of the biggest causes of fire in the modern era, that, candles, would you believe? Right, yeah, so there's the storage room again. There's got to be a way in here. There has to be a way in. Oh, there's a porthole on the outside over there, on the left-hand side. There's also the roof there. I want to find out what's in there, because there's got to be something in. There must be. Okay, so we've made it in here. Incendiary bolts. Oh, very nice. Got some fire arrows. That's fantastic. So we didn't do this last time, did we? We didn't go through all of this.
At dawn, I set out with the group that foraged east and included other natural philosophers and 4 crewmen. We used blades to clear the vegetation that grew thickly here, and slowly made our way away from the shore up a steep incline. Our purpose was to gather samples of the native plants for our research journals. I found myself pressing leaves and stems between pages and taking copious notes on several species of flora I surmised no human had ever set eyes on previously. When suddenly young Mr. Gravett from the academy began hopping about and screaming wildly. Chance had bade him pick up an unfortunate place to step. Aggressive ant-like creatures swarmed him from below. So many in number were his tiny attackers that we quickly lost sight of him under their onslaught. We finally managed to pull Gravett from the insects, acquiring several painful welts where we'd come to his aid. Mr. Gravett, however, was bitten, or stung, as I would eventually discover, so many times that he was barely recognisable. Swollen unto deformity over every inch of his person, moaning like a sick bull, he expired before we could carry him back to the beach. Luckily, some of the creatures still clung to him, providing me with precious samples.
Yeah, so ignore the fact that the guy's dead. You know, that's not important. What matters is the... Yeah, there you are. Your storage room is now unblocked. So that's now that optional quest has now been taken care of. So what were the other ones that I had as objectives? Locate the black market shop. That's fine. Okay, let's go. Right, let's go and talk to the Capitan. The El Capitan. It's not quite Le Champion, but it'll do. Oh, new log in the travel journal.
Investigating Adamire Institute. I've been watching Megan Foster closely. For now, I've decided to trust her. Without her, I'd probably be like Emily, trapped by Delilah's magic. So for now, this bowcatcher is my only ally, even if she's hiding something. I hope Hansa Sokolov will be joining us soon. The greatest mind the Empire has ever known, famous for his paintings and his fondness for King Street brandy. He's managed to get himself abducted by the Crown Killer. Megan Foster says he was last seen being dragged toward Adamire Institute. My guess is the killer was a patient. Maybe he needs some treatments. But how could a murderous lunatic be able to come and go to do the Duke's dirty business? The chief alchemist there is Alexandria Hypatia. I've heard only good things about her, but if she knows anything, I'll make her talk.
Yes, these are all the books that we've got so far, including the maintenance list. So, all good there. So I've unblocked your storage cupboard for you.
Ready for me to drop you at the docks?
As ready as I'll ever be, Captain One Eye.
Ready. The old city must have changed a lot.
Off we go then.
I love the fact that they've got a character. I love the fact they've got a character who's representative in many ways, like, you know, partially blind, lost an arm. Really cool design to Megan Foster's character. Actually, I really like the style. It's grim, but at the same time, it's not completely hopeless.
I'd take you to Adamire by boat, but security's too tight. The Grand Guard have a watchtower there. Go inland and use the carriage station. Before his death, the old Duke of Serkono spent decades building up Karnaca.
I don't know what's going on with the hood of her jacket there, people.
He started draining the wealth out of the city as fast as he could. Orgies and week-long feasts.
I remember the old Duke Theodanis. He was a good man.
Watch yourself on the way to Adamire. The Duke's given the Grand Guard run of the city. Strangers get attacked on sight.
I can take care of myself.
I didn't notice that last time, but the way she used the stub of her arm to activate the brake, that's awesome.
Take out the Crown Killer, and find out where Sokolov was taken. The alchemist, Hypatia. She'll help if she can. Sokolov likes her.
I'll see you later at Adamire. Just wait to bring up the boat until after I've disabled the watchtower.
It's weird if Sokolov likes her so much, then why has she made him like the prisoner? I don't get it. Doesn't make sense. Right, let's have a look around. I actually didn't talk to any of the people there, wasn't
Adamire in the distance.
I'll have that, thank you.
Maybe a little more.
Is that meant to be a play on Alcatraz?
Damn, the light is amazing, but I'm going sunblind.
Well, that's what happens when you stare at the sun, people. Yeah, never stare at the sun. It's not a wise idea. Meanwhile, while I've got the chance, where's the heart? There's none being detected in the sea, but there are a few over in that direction. 71 metres, 129 metres, 147 metres. And there's a bone charm 100 odd metres away. Okay.
If you're looking, the mines always need new workers.
Do I look like I want to get...
Find the money for that.
Do I look like the kind of person who wants to go down a mine shaft? I've got better things to do in my time.
If she's still there, I can ask a friend who's with the Grand Guard to take a squad on board and conduct a search. Give the crew time to load up whatever contraband.
Yep, see, even these are now high-res enough to read.
Good thought. They give us a piece of the confiscation.
Grand Guard won't mind that. We pass it along.
Listen, I'm sorry we fought. I get what you're saying about tangling with the Owlers, but they don't run the black market here, really. They just take a cut from all the shops. Yeah, the Grand Guard will crack our heads or shake us down and we get caught, but they'll do that no matter what we do. We're new here, and we picked a bad time to move to Karnaca. We gotta do whatever we can to stay afloat, even if it means dealing with the black market. So I'm gonna find a shop in each district across this rotting corpse of a city, and I'm gonna get to know the shopkeepers, butter them up. You're still my love, my apple, even when they yell at you. Even when you curse and throw things. I'll let you make it up to me when I get home tonight. Hang on, you curse and throw things, and you're going to let them make it up to you? Are you crazy? Oh, there we are. On the other side of a wanted poster. Oh, what's this note? Perlos, I'm posting this letter, but if you're reading it, you've got the brains of a mule. You didn't pay no attention to what it said. You had to come to Karnaca anyway. Alright, fine. But you won't find me and Kamina here, because we're leaving as soon as we get the money. You say you've lived here most of your life, so you know the place. And I'm telling you, you're wrong. You don't know shit. This city's changed. When the Duke's son took over years back, that's when everything went sideways. At first it was all just disorganized. New taxes and fees. Some parts of the city haven't patrolled, some districts and no one from the Grand Guard anywhere to be seen. Then things got nasty. Bodies in alleys, the Howler gang going wild, the bloodlines worse than I ever seen. So what did the new Duke do? He cracked down. So now the Grand Guard are surrounding people on the street, beating them to death. Anybody they don't like, anybody they don't recognize. I told you not to come to Karnaca. Good luck. But you can't say you didn't get a warning. Well, evidently... Ah, so we got a nice little map. So Adamine Station is there. Here's where we are. So we need to get across in that direction. We've got the overseers offices over here. And then we have in the centre, the Wall of Light. We do not want to walk into the Wall of Light. It spells instant death.
Some of the streets is closed, owing to the bloodslide.
I'm not gonna go somewhere. You'll be alright here, visitor. Just keep your head down.
Low. Yes, I gave an 8. I was right. I win. I call the dice. Don't mind if I do. Ah, see, taking care of the washing of you, Queen. No one likes doing those kind of things.
Careful.
What? Who are you telling to be careful?
Then I can go and have a mug or something I can rub and feel a little like myself again.
Is there anything up here?
Somebody's seen something. Now we're all on edge. My heart can't take much more of this.
Not seeing much on this side of the wall, but let's go the other way. Yes, we are in sneak mode, people. There's a black market shop over here, but first things first, let's keep us sneaking. Oh, bugger. That didn't work.
Pay the fine and be done with it. No use making trouble.
Oh, there's a rune this way. So, wonder what the rune is.
Fellow Serkonans, in the Duke's absence, I have the following announcement. New restrictions are now in place due to the political assassination conducted
I think it's in the beast.
former Empress Emily.
You know how we're supposed to go to war. What are we supposed to do now?
I'll have that, thank you.
Serkonan Guard will be stopping and questioning all foreigners and new workers on the streets of Karnaca. Compliance is mandatory.
Yes, fitting on a queen shade against the wall sounds quite annoying, it must be said. I'll take that, thank you very much.
Careful.
Yeah, you've been more careful with your money, mate, as well. Too soon? Yeah, those teeth were quite nasty, weren't they, Avian? But still, they contained a rune. It was worth picking. It was worth going into them.
I'm a wanted man again. Welcome home.
Great, I'm in hostile territory there, so I want to be careful. Let's go this way first and find the black market shop. Because this is neutral territory, it might not get attacked.
I'm in. Just remember to move slowly, and don't get too close to the nests.
We don't even know if the people inside had any money. We just know they're dead, and the place is infested with blood flies.
Ah,
Going
yes.
through there puts us on the other side of the wall of light.
If you want out of the city as bad as I do, this is our chance.
Hey, come here.
I can't go there yet because I'm on the wrong side, but I will come and find you because you are the one who you can get a body for. Leno, you're either brave or desperate to accept this job. We used to smoke flash bloodflies with full crews, but the infestations are bad now, and the Duke cancelled the funding. So we get rid of the nest by hand. Here's what you need to know to stay alive. If you need to slip past a bloodfly swarm or nest, keep your distance and move slowly, or they'll attack. When the bloodflies are calm, you're fine. If they take flight and start glowing, it's trouble. If you get swarmed, you gotta run away or fight. Smash the bloodflies or burn them, same for the nests. A bloodfly swarm will keep coming back and you destroy the nest for that swarm. It's really all you need to know, you'll do fine. Oh yeah, another thing. If you find any blood amber in the nest, just keep it as a bonus. But make sure the Grand Guard doesn't see it, or they'll ask for some urban sanitation tax or whatever. Good luck. In other words, they will ask for a bribe.
I used to throw rocks at these nests when I was young. Just go slow and mind the distance. Easy.
Well, that's fine, but the first thing I want to do is I want to get
What are you
to...
covering your face for?
Oh, okay, Queen. I'm curious. But first of all, let's start this scene. Where's the heart? Ah, yes, they are inside the house.
Don't be greedy, friend. Oh, you're kind. Thank you. If you want to get past that wall of light, I've heard people sneaking through this blood-fly-infested apartment. Going through there will get you to the other side of that Grand Guard checkpoint.
See, it's always good to interact with the,
Let's hope you never need help.
Yeah, I agree. Let's hope I never need help anyway. One very good reason for why I don't want to need help, because I am beyond help. Okay, so trying to find the lady who I need to pick up a corpse for. I did it on the last stream, and I can't find. Ah, hang on. Go back through this way. Bingo. Here we go.
An underground market. Illegal trade means weapons and ammunition.
Cheers for the tip there, Queen. Ah, there they are.
I have something that might interest you.
Go on then, Mindy, talk.
My name's Mindy Blanchard. And that mask tells me you're someone who goes into places where you don't belong. Want to help me with something? You scratch my ass, I'll scratch yours.
I need to get to Addermeyer Institute. Can you help?
Yeah, I know how to do that. You go get a body for me, and I'll help you with your problem. Don't worry, he's already dead.
You want me to bring you a corpse? What's the story there?
The overseers are holding him at their outpost. They think he was a kind of a witch. I want the body for reasons of my own. Sneak in and take it, then meet me in the old basement below the dentist office near there.
I'll consider it.
To be honest, it's quite an easy... Well, I say it's quite easy because I managed to do it last time. Doesn't mean it's easy. I can actually unlock this door. Oh, I need the black market shop key to do that. So, evidently sneaking in behind the black market is not going to work. Right, is there any loot in here?
Cover your face is not my affair.
Indeed, it isn't your affair. I have coin, you have goods. That's as far as you need to know.
Come in. If you've found this place, I'll trade with you.
Okay, right, first of all... Before I do any of this, I'm going to go over to the other side. Yep, that's what I wanted. 400. Ouch. Pricey.
Enjoy the air here. I, for one, ain't selling fermented shark. Glad we could do business.
So that's too much. I can't afford that. I've already got a few of those, so I don't really need them. On this side, nah. They're the sleep darts. They're pretty good, actually, to be fair. Sleep darts are good. So I'm going to pick up some of these. Oh, that's pretty cool. I'll have to bear that in mind.
I'll take that deal.
I'll do.
You won't regret it.
I don't think there's going to be able to be...
You want blueprints for better weaponry?
So you can buy blueprints and then get better things for us. Like accuracy boot, bolt range, well, right, yeah. That's all stuff that can wait.
Come back soon. I mean, if I'm still here.
You better be still there, because if you're not, I want to know where you're taking all your goods to. I will hunt you down if you think of leaving my city. Yeah, it's like the sleep darts were fantastic in the original game when I played the original Dishonored. So I'm not surprised if they make things better here. Now, in terms of incendiary darts, how many have I got? I've only got a couple, so I've got to be careful with these. Right, first of all, can I move his body?
What happened here?
He's dead. That's what happened here. He was already dead. If I had the key, I'd have gone for it. Yeah, I can't attack those ones for some reason. Right, here we go. I mean, I could literally just stand up right now. Here they come. So this is a bit like where it's a stealth mode. You can see how they got on alert. But I don't think there's a way past them without triggering them. There's a book here. Where's my reward? That's annoying. Never mind. Traditional Sakonan songs. Me. Elmira, please come home, Elmira. She left one day to work the clay, but never did come back this way. They say she found a silver vein longer than the Empire's reign, running deeper than mine's way, looking for the light of day. Elmira, please come home, Elmira. She's down there still and always will be, but my sweet Elmira. Elmira, please come home, Elmira. She's gone down in the deepest depths, she never eats and never sleeps. They say she sometimes calls my name, and that by now she's gone insane. Turning left and all about, searching for the right way out. Elmira, please come home, Elmira. She's down there still and always will be, my sweet Elmira. That's as like any kind of vocals I'll ever get, by the way, people. And if that has just hurt your ears and made your ears bleed, I'm sorry. Yeah, so if I was ever going to be considered any kind of singer, it would be a baritone. Not exactly like Tom Jones style of baritone. And at least unlike certain other streamers who think they can be the Weird Al Yankovic of video games, I'm not so egotistical. Yes, one streamer who's known for singing randomly actually once said they felt they could be the Weird Al Yankovic of video games. That's just not possible. There you are, come on. Gotcha, you little bastard. Anybody else? Anybody else? I can hear you. Where are you? Come on! I know you're here. I can hear you. Where are you? Show yourself, you little shit. You say you couldn't do much better, eh, Queen? I'll take solace from that. The fact that you could do not much better. The fact that you can do better shows me I'm not 100% ready yet, but hey ho. It's fine. Yes, they've got like lots of these signs of the bloodfly infestation, don't they? It's kind of cool. Right, where's the nest here? Is there a nest? Or are they just around the body? That's like me first thing in the morning. That's how I look. Oh, I gotta go to bed. I gotta go to work. Oh. That's me. That's what I'm like. Ah. Out of curiosity then. Yeah, definitely worked for that one, didn't it? Yeah, you can definitely see the difference that makes. The sundry bolts are awesome for those. No trespassing. I mean, who's here to stop me now? Let's be honest. Who's here to send me home or take me to Coldridge Prison? Yep, that's the blood fly taken care of here. Oh, excellent. I just found a bone charm. Fantastic. What's in here then? Yep, located by listening to song. So what have we got in this bone charm then? What have we found? Strong lungs. Ah, greater lung capacity underwater. That'll be very useful for finding any of those underwater treasures. You only sing when you've had a bit of alcohol in your system, Avian. I mean, I don't really sing very often, and at least here I try to do it kind of like in character, as this kind of like old style of like vocals. Isn't there another way? I'm sure there's another way to go. Ah, that might be it. Up the stairs this way. I was going to say I thought I'm sure there was another place to get out through. See, whoever had time to paint all these no trespassing signs really didn't think about getting rid of all the blood flies, did they? Oh, is that someone who's still alive? I can't pick up any ammo, that's annoying. All I kept finding was ammo, which I don't want. And there's none of that blood stuff, you know, like blood amber or whatever it's called. Ah, so there was a flammable bottle which I missed. Right, that explains it. Never mind, eh? Yeah, there's a big nest down there, but first of all, what's over here? Is there anything of worth hidden here? Okay, and what have we got on this side? Here we've got a weird typewriter machine, and that's about it, really. Oh, that's disappointing. That's very disappointing. Oh, I thought I might be able to steal that painting. Boo. Right, I'm going to incendiary bolt that one. Thank you. I'll have that blood amber too. Oh, hello. Surely. Oh, I can't steal that. Thought that might have been something I could steal. I'm annoyed now. I'm angry now. I thought I'd found some loot. And you know what I'm like with loot? I love my loot. I'll pick up those, some feathers, they'll come in handy. And that's about it, really. Yeah, I did see there was definitely something up here on the back of the couch, because I did see the stars. I wanted to just explore what was down here first. And so far, everything seems to be going okay. I'll definitely take those incendiary bolts. More of those, please. So it was worth it because of all the stuff I found on the other side. So it's almost like a Silent Hill level this in many ways. Not that I'm complaining. The hell?
Go away. So, I'll just draw it. Oh, and now I have to hurt you.
Why is he not doing? Why is he not doing the? Why is he not doing the? I'm gonna have to kill him. He wasn't letting me grab him.
Why so much evil?
Wasn't letting me sneak up. Wasn't letting me attack him. Wasn't letting me do. You know the one for the attack where you can grab someone and attack them, basically knock him out. Wasn't letting me do it. So unfortunately, that's going to count a kill. Too late now. I could always go back and do it as a sleep dart, but never mind. What can you do? It's done now. Locks in. I'll eat all this fruit here. Free healing. That's always good. Ah, a blood amber and a load of stuff. As long as we can get those. Yeah, the choke out wasn't working.
Day one. My plans are underway sooner than expected. Yesterday evening, I stumbled upon the corpse of a hound in the street. The bloodflies had only found it a day or so earlier, I estimate, and I was able to extract intact bloodfly larvae from it. I'm keeping them warm under a nice side of mutton. Success! 2 of my samples hatched overnight, which was sooner than I could have anticipated. They're both active and get quite agitated when I draw near. Day 7. I didn't think it was possible, but they've almost quadrupled in size from when I found them. Day 10. Still no nest, which puts a fairly large dent in my hopes for blood amber extraction.
Yeah, so why didn't I use the sleep darts? Quite simply. Oh, the black market shop key. I found it. Ah, I can go back in there and loot him now. Now that I've found the black market shop key, I can go back. Stinging bolts, nice. I'm actually out of sleep darts as well. That's what's really, really irritating. Oh, what's that? A dried bloodfly husk. Yeah. How much do you not want to step into that shower? Minging. And as you say, Queen, yeah, that guy kind of became the nest. It was like there was no nest to find. Well, the problem I've got is I've not got enough coin for the recipes, I don't think. Where are you, you little shit? There you are. I see you. And you brought a friend by the looks of it too. Come on. Right, if you're not going to attack me, I'm going to leave you be. Right, so back over to the black market. Now that we've cleaned out most of the house. As much as your beagle hates stepping into society, it's that bad, Avian. It was that a bad one. Don't get me wrong, it looked absolutely grim. It looked minging. Of course, minging, for those of you who aren't familiar with English, English slang is basically repulsive. Right, okay. So let's go and break into the black market. Oh, I didn't realise there was an upstairs to this area. What's up here? She hates clean, does she? Ooh. Interesting. But it's blocked by something on the other side, so there's obviously a way into there, and I'm guessing there's something to find. The question is what? Right, so that's the way to the black market. Let's see if I can afford these, afford the recipes. I don't think I can.
Good to see you again. This is what I have for upgrading your equipment.
Yeah, see, I've only got 195 coins, so I can't afford them. I can't buy them, Queen. So I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna have to come back and do it another time. At least I've now got the key, so I can actually do it. So that's not too bad. So we'll go back through the house now, and we'll get out of here.
Hey.
Don't hate me, you idiot. Get out of the way. That sounds pretty bad, Avian. It sounded like they're being bathed in acid. That tells you they really don't like it. Just to prove that this game actually runs relatively fast. Oh yeah, that was it. It was through here. And then up and over, I believe. Oh, there's a letter. Antonio, don't come back to the shop. I'll find a new assistant. One who doesn't feel the need to discuss the political validity of the taxes with the Grand Guard when they come to collect their protection money. By the way, the extra fee they requested will be retained from your last wages. Bring me back the shop key and make sure I don't ever see your face again. Horatio Weatherby. Yeah, you can cover the hole. I've done that before, but I just thought I'd do a quick check just to see if there's any other route out here. It doesn't look like there is. So, back downstairs and through the hole, even, to the other side. Okay, you can crouch through now. Fantastic. Thank you very much. Okay. Yeah, then we can break down these and get on the other side of the barrier. Anything in this? Oh yeah, I've already checked that room. I just realised. But what's through the back here? Some fruits. What the hell? Look at that grin. We're proud to use Caffini toothpaste. The only genuine toothpaste made in Karnaca for over 20 years. Buy a small pot and try it yourself. All the chemists agree it's the best. Yes, you get a mouth grin like that by using the toothpaste, apparently. Can you open it? If you can't open that one. Unless it's one of the ones upstairs, maybe, because there's no. I don't want to break those doors without making, because it'll make noise. Let's go take another look, out of curiosity. Yes, for all you people who have found this stream and are wondering why I'm taking things so slowly, because I'm trying to actually do relatively well at it. Relatively being the key word. Yeah, I can't open that window. Ah, we can use that one. Okay. Right, what's the point of that? I don't think I want to fall from here somehow. Maybe it's just me, but I don't like the look of that. I can open that window, but there's no reason to. So I think instead we'll have to take the doors, which is not ideal, but we can work with it. Yeah, that's fine, that's okay. But I'd say, isn't this a bit better than the last time we tried? Ah, that's good news, we've not disturbed anybody. Perfect. Right, okay, so now what we need to do is get over to Adamaya Square. Yeah, there are guards. I think it's possible to get onto the barriers up there. I'm sure I've done that before. I might have even done it on the last stream now, think about it. Yeah, because there's a...
I told you what would happen if you reported me. I warned you. Please, you gave me no choice. Please? It's too late for that, Rapallo. Guess what happens next? This is how we get rid of snitches. Remember, if anyone asks, we just ran through. Yeah, we couldn't stop him. Hey, is the windmill turning all right up there? No problems? Don't worry, it's turning. Plenty of electricity. How'd the execution go? Good. I like this setup better than using the well oil tanks. The wind won't run dry.
I'm sure I've got all that before. I'm trying to think how I did it.
In a different way. And they also overcharge sometimes. The wind picks up too strong? Like in a storm?
I'm sure I've done this before.
Right. And if that happens,
How did I do it?
don't stand too close to the wall of light. Yeah, that'd be terrible.
God damn it, get up there.
Huh? Move along. We're conducting a search for heretical artifacts.
What? Here? Listen, I only need
This area is restricted on the authority of the Abbey. No one is allowed inside.
What, from the inside, huh? So can I get in from the roof, maybe? Aha, okay. Here we go. Now we're sneaking. Now we're cooking with gas. Yes. What I was looking for. Oh, there's a guard down there. That's why they are. It's just frustrating that I can't get to a place where I can properly see unless I go into the back corner here. That's a nice quiet area. Not many people are going to look there. No, I'm not going to kill him. Even if he is an overseer. Ah, there's a so-called potion inside that window. But do I want to smash it and attract attention? No, I don't think I do. But frustratingly, I'm not seeing any way inside. Oh, come on, seriously? I won't get up there, come on. There we are, that's better. Okay. Last time we did this, we ended up using the top of the... We ended up using the top.
Who's gotta clean it up? Me, of course, as always.
That's your job, love. You gotta suck it and see. There's nothing more you can do about it. Yeah, so obviously I found a way in there, but there's not much we can really do with it, which is frustrating. However, we can get onto the roof. Right, okay. That changes things. Question is there any way about this way? No, damn it, looks like another dead end. Oh, we can get up here. Interesting. Oh, there's more bloodfly. What the hell has happened there? Hey, bone charm. Awesome. Sorry, you're already dead, mate, so it doesn't make any difference. The month of Earth, 3 years ago. The sky over Karnaca was full of stars. I remember it all clearly, because that was the day I lost my position at the Royal Conservatory. I spent the night on this very roof, drinking and staring up at those points of light so far away, looking for some kind of answer. One constellation stood out. A whale, with a bright blue star for an eye. It was beautiful. Comforting somehow. Like it was watching over me. And the day after that, with my head still pounding from drink, I found something in a puddle in the street, made of whalebone, carved with odd markings. A good luck charm, I thought. And it worked for a long time. Everything got better. But now my luck has left me. Like everyone I cared about and everything I owned. It's silly. But I came back up here hoping that I could find that kindly star-eyed whale in the sky again. Maybe things will pick back up. I'll wait here, watching. When it comes back, I'll wave at it and hope for another blessing. I don't know what else to do. Yeah, so we've ended up deep in the rooftops, and as I say, I mean, somewhere in that building there, the cigars, is the way to get through it. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Yeah, I mean, there's the balcony on that side of the wharf, interestingly enough. So there is a balcony down there. It's on the other side of the gate, so it makes me wonder how to safely get down there. Because there's an entrance point right there. There's a couple of open shutters. So somehow, some way, get across it. I mean, if I wanted to take a huge risk, I could try jumping into the water. So let's see if I can do it. Let's see if this is a jump that's possible. Here we go. Check it out. A chain. you serious, bro? Oh, what the hell? Do I keep catching myself on the edge of the thing? Is that what's happening? I think it might be, you know. I think I might be catching myself on the edge of the anchor. Fine, do it that way.
I told her if you want my advice, just pay the fine and be done with it. No use making trouble.
Scratchings of heresy.
Oh.
Good brother Harold. Last week when we talked, oh, what a state I was in. It was good of you to take me aside and lend your advice. I have taken it to heart, and I know you are correct. Yes, I will need to be purified through ritual. What a road I have ahead of me. I know it well. For you may not know, but I endured the ritual once before. But 3 years ago, though I was young and strong, I came within an inch of death. If I may impose upon you once again, would you be so kind as to not mention our conversation to anyone? Though I confess, ever since our talk, I feel much better. No comparison to that agitated state in which you found me. Peace and clarity have returned to me. Truly, I do feel better. In all things, Brother Chester.
Karnaka's sickness runs deep, brother. Look in every corner.
Oh.
Karnaka was a lovely city once, before the Duke began choking the life out of the place. Before the Crown Killer started painting the walls red. Now you're here, and I have to wonder whether you're gonna give it that final nudge, or pull it back from the edge. We've both seen cities go bad before. Vermin, blood, and betrayal. It's happening again. I hope you're ready.
So I've got a new rune, so it's telling me I can acquire new powers if I want, because I've now got I've got 5 runes, which means I can now I can now equip the slow time, which I think is probably a good one to use. So we shall go for it. Slow time is always worth it. Now, it did mention before someone's brother being around this. It sounds like there's another one. I never actually watched that show, Gotham. From what I understand, did it have like a guy who played Cobblepot who was British? And he was like, I remember at one point it was like, one of the characters went, "My little penguin." And he was like, "You know not to call me that." I'm stealing. No, I didn't even realise that was there.
Nice tattoo you have on your back, Amadeo. Where'd you find the original drawing? Want to talk about it? Come to the Crone's Hand and Dust District and ask some Mindy. You won't regret your time.
Oh, that's interesting. So the guy who voices the Outsider actually was Cobblepot. I actually have seen the actor for real then. I have actually seen the actor. That's really kind of cool, actually. It's pretty awesome that they've got an actor of that, basically, caliber. But then again, of course, Dowd was voiced by Michael Madsen, who most people know as being the dad in Free Willy. I mean, as being in Reservoir Dogs. It's interesting you say that your favourite villain is Two-Face and then Penguin in the Batman universe. My favourite villain in the Batman universe is still Black Mask, Roman Sionis. I love the fact that he's one of the few characters who genuinely hated Bruce Wayne rather than the Batman. Don't get me wrong, he hates the Batman too, but it was like his primary hatred was for Bruce Wayne. I love that arc, actually. I thought it was really cool. And this whole obsession with the mask that people wear in society. Two-Face is an awesome villain though, especially the one from Batman the Animated Series. The portrayal of him there was just superb. Apparently there's another rune or bone charm nearby, but firstly I want to check there's no other guards knocking about. Looks like it's through that room somehow. The question is how to get there. Yeah, it's definitely through that room. Now the question is, can I sneak around the corridor to it? Put the weapon away.
I was thinking of heading to my uncle's farm near Sagunto. You can breathe there.
Sounds helpful. Right, it's definitely through that door. So where the hell is it? I've literally covered everywhere inside that house. Well, I can't cover everywhere because I've not found the room. So I can't have covered everywhere. There's no point in me saying I've covered every inch of the house if I've not found the room. Hush had a hatred for it, so did Cobblepot, to be fair. But as I say, I've always associated like the hatred of Bruce Wayne as the primary reason. Being associated with Roman Sionis. Oh, I was on the floor. Okay, so what have we got? Your grenades will inflict slightly more damage. Could come in useful when I'm dealing with the rats, if any of them turn up. You know what the rats are like, they're nasty. Well, there's another bone charm, only 40 odd meters in this direction. So the question is, where? Oh, we're back here. Right, that typical. It's the guy. It's the one where they were doing all the thingy, all the preaching. I remember now.
Safe. What is wrong with city?
Paolo, here's the money for the week, but I think we should renegotiate a price. With all the raids and curfew decrees, the crown killer and whatnot, folks just aren't buying as much drink. I thought your part of the bargain was at least keeping guard, the Grand Guard and Cursed Overseers occupied. We ain't happy, that's all it's saying. Princess B, on behalf of the Wine Purveyors Association.
Yeah, I've not got stop time, unfortunately, so I can't do that. I mean, I could literally use slow time and then just shoot them with a load of crossbow bolts. That's one possibility.
Alehouses across the Empire. Do not doubt. We will verify this claim, and we will act. Smoke will billow. Fire will lick the stones of Dunwall Tower. Hey, you, come here!
Nope, I'm reloading that. Not happy with that. Yes, we are safe scumming on this file, people. We are doing it. I just hope we've not lost a lot of progress. I think I got it with just doing that. Yeah, I've only just done the. I've only just done this part. That's cool. Okay, let's try again. I didn't want to kill anyone, so it's like I didn't want to go. Well, I've killed one person already, I suppose, haven't I? The mysterious. What's his face? The mysterious fly keeper. I'll add that to the list. No, indeed, there's definitely no shame in it. No shame in save scumming. The game lets you do it. The game actually actively encourages it in many ways. Ah, this might make things a bit of a.
Sometimes I wonder if it wouldn't be better to craft music to the muddiest ditch of disgrace. Here in the city, for instance. That is his tale. Instead, they're made in a few locations, kept from us, and shipped out. It seems dangerous.
Far worse to have the knowledge and construction materials scattered across the Isles. The metals used to make the devices are unusually rare. The techniques, if applied by anyone but the most faithful, resolute overseers, would border on heresy.
I suppose you're correct. It grieves me to imagine what cultists might accomplish if they took the music boxes and converted them to their own ends.
Exactly, brother. Much better to protect such a powerful tool. Assemble them in secret and dispatch them across the Empire where they're needed in the fight against the supernatural.
Right, he's going back behind his desk. The question is the other guy going to be going through across it now? Do another quick save.
A chaos not seen since the time of the Great Burning.
I've not got Choke Dust Queen, unfortunately. I don't have it, so I'm having to do it another way. Come on, turn directions round.
Let not the wanderer your home, friends. Avoid the stranger, for their time to sink roots.
Huh? What the?
He was kneeling down and facing the opposite direction. How did he possibly see me? How did he possibly see me then?
The bedrock of the community has passed. Those who wander are untethered by family and neighbors of some heathen grown old. I shall not abide the footsteps of a blasphemous
Litany on the White Cliff.
And I say to you, brothers, it is here that we make our stand as a righteous force against the growing darkness. It is here that we unite against the spirits of the unknown that will drag us screaming into the night, never to return to our homes, to our families. Together we will serve as a rod to those who would stray from the herd, for the foggy grey wastes of the outsider. We will burn a bright fire with our virtuous actions so that others will not lose their way. And to those who choose to wander beyond the walls of our homes in far places, we will strike at them swiftly before they whisper to their neighbours, filling their hearts with strangeness and doubt. Yeah, it's a bit annoying that we did that, but hey, we managed it. I'll take your coins too, because I can. Nothing under the sink, unfortunately. That's disappointing. Right, let's do another quick save while we can. And we'll check here. As of a book. Excerpt from a longer war. Throughout the natural world, there are ripples that we can barely perceive with our senses. an ancient music permeating everything as fundamental structural rule. Through it, you can work wonders without violating the natural world or begging favors from unfriendly spirits. Throughout my studies, I have found a 17-note scale derived from this phenomenon, and with the right equipment, those notes allow for astonishing effects. Not the least of these the ability to calm the turbulence originating in the void, which we attribute to the outsider.
Only those who turn from the seven strictures risk an endless existence, adrift in the void, the dark sky.
I'll ask again today if this is truly her chosen path. I can only hope the outsider hasn't gotten to her first.
Say this now to all the faithful in our society. Your allegiance
I was weak. I must be ever vigilant against the outsider.
Why can't I grab him? That's really annoying. Shut up.
But a succession of overseers will watch you for the entirety of your lifetime. The outer horrors.
And again, how did he not see me? That's what I want to know. I'll have the processed whale oil, thank you very much. I'll have that. Oh, I just realised there's some sundry darts in there too. Or an Adamaya solution even. As for the nearest bone charm, it's downstairs. I think I know which one it is. I reckon it's going to be the one that's outside on that pedestal.
Mind and body.
And at the end of it all, the Abbey stands in the ashes.
Oh, hello. I see blueprints. Thank you very much. Blueprints are always good. Esteemed High Overseer Kulan, I hope you're in good health and not too nostalgic for Wygone, which I'm told is striking this time of year. Forgive my stream of letters, but our problems in Sakonos are significant, and the insights you can offer would be welcome. Duke Bell is a travesty, openly disdainful for the Abbey, and yet I must maintain relations with him for the welfare of this nation. You've been called a unifier, something the Abbey greatly needed after the horrors of the Rat Plague, so your guidance would be of value. Under the Duke, the streets here are overrun with cutthroats. Paolo and his gang grow bolder every day. Lastly, my recent correspondence with our oracular sisters has been troubling. Their responses have arrived marked a marked delay, and their recent proclamations possess an unusual cadence. Yours in faith, Vice Overseer Liam Byrne.
The ox and fish from the cold ocean. Those who taste the flesh of the rat risk drifting through the void for all the remaining hours of all the remaining years, until the world is swallowed itself by the void.
Ah, right. There's yeah, the 7 scriptures. Yeah, I've read that one before in the previous streams for the original Dishonored. So as for what this is, I mean, we could brute force it, you know, if we wanted. Like, we could try, like, see if 517. See, you can brute force these. You literally start with, like, say, 0, and then you go all the way around. And the same again, it's just not... You can spend forever brute forcing them. I'm guessing there's a clue somewhere that tells us what it is, but I didn't find it on the previous stream. Right, so this is where we came before. Yeah, it's outside, and I know where it is. It's in the outside area, and I don't want that one. There's There's a book there, I think. Oh, it's that one again. Boo, I don't want to read that one. I don't want to read the 7 scriptures. Totally not my thing at all.
This heretic's body is important, even though I don't fully understand the situation. We'll wait for the Vice Overseer.
When should Byrne arrive?
He's engaged currently. He'll send someone else, maybe Overseer Kindana. Until then, we stay where we are.
Won't the heretic's corpse attract blood flies, brother?
No, I've dusted it already. We should be fine here for now. But mark me, anyone who shows up here has ill will at heart. There are no coincidences in Karnaca.
Whatever.
Yeah, sorry dude. You thought you were going to be in a position to come after me. You were wrong. Did I say you could fall down? No, I did not. Get back here, you. You can join your brethren in the altar room. Stay closer to your god, you. Stack the dead. Is that guy still prattling on? It's like you never know when they're going to stop, do you? They just keep on going. Right, so now the question is, where's the other guy? Because there was a second one. I remember seeing it. I can't pick up any more elixirs. I've got maximum. Don't get me wrong, that's awesome. Having maximum of those is great. It means I'm in a position to keep healing, but it's still annoying. Oh, I can't be bothered reading all the religious scripture. I can't be bothered. But the good thing is, it does have a list of, codes. So we could try those in the safe downstairs, just to give them a try. But I think we tried that on a previous stream and it didn't yield any result. I might be wrong on that though. And there's the interrogation room key, which is fantastic. In the interim note, I am going to hide your body in the secret room here. Can't be bothered going all the way over there, so get in the corner over there. Goodbye. Anything else in here, I wonder? Apart from squeaking rats who just heard. Oh, bugger off. Still, to be fair, they've not done anything to harm me, the rats, so for now I'm not going to touch them. Early morning near dawn, Marcello's wife is a knock at the door. It's one of Marcello's friends. "Where's my husband?" she asks. "He was supposed to be with you, picking up a case of Alban rum." "I'm sorry," says Marcello's friend, "but something horrible happened at the distillery. Marcello tumbled head first into a barrel of rum and drowned." So the wife starts blubbering. "Oh, my love, he's gone. At least tell me it was a quick death." "I can't lie," says Marcello's friend. "He's gone out 3 times to piss." I mean, I don't really find that very funny, but maybe that's just me. I'm listening to it, I'm like, is that meant to be... I don't know, it just isn't very amusing to me. But what do I know? Right, so there's the corpse. Is there anything else in this room before I go and steal the body? Yes, there are. There's a secret...
Amadeo, meet me at our usual place tomorrow night. Be sure to bring the drawers we talked about.
And that would be a... Oh, it's a corrupted bone charm. Interesting. A couple of crossbow bolts, I'll have those. And some money. Because of course I want money. Right, meanwhile, what about over here? We have a stun mine, I'll take that, thank you very much. And we also have a sleep dart. We have 2 sleep darts. Fucking brilliant. Excellente. Right. You, my friend.
That's it. The body Mindy sent me after.
I've got a date with Mindy. So let me go and bring you. Now, from what I remember, we could get there over the top, but there was a series of guards in the gantry here, so I want to be careful before I do this. Quick save here, I think. And then we'll carry on. So yes. I'm not trying to show off, but I've now got the ability to do some decent, or at least I believe they're decent, quality streams in terms of the video. Yeah, you rest easy, mate. You take it nice and easy, okay? Ah, there's 2 of them.
Someone's shooting at us.
By the street. Let's have a look. Hey, you! Come here!
I've been spotted. Didn't mean to be.
I smell heresy on you.
Oh, for God's sake.
Cure the world from the likes of you.
If you say so. Oh look, you've collapsed unconscious. What a shame. It's just unfortunate that I managed to shoot the wall with my I think I hit something with the first shot. I mean, I could just do this because I've only just saved. Why waste the sleep darts after all? I get the feeling, ironically, we're going to probably end up ending the stream at exactly the same point where we left off first time. Which would be quite ironic, but it's not a bad thing.
I was weak. I must be ever vigilant against the outsider. Oh, he knows my heart, tests me, huh?
That's better. Yes, you have no need to worry. Yeah, that's what I think of you. Oversee that, you prick. All these pistol bullets, and guess what? Can't pick a single one of them up because I've not used my gun. So I've taken the quiet, stealthy approach. I wonder if you get a trophy for shooting that apple off. Like William Tell or something like that. Anything secretly... Hang on, where's my body? Oh, there it is. I wasn't sure if I still had all of him, because I couldn't see him. I'm like, did I manage to drop my body? I remember when I accidentally killed Sokolov doing the same thing on the first time I played the original game, so I was thinking I'd done the same trick twice, which wouldn't have been very clever of me. Yep, nothing to see here. Hello. Take a seat there for a second, will you? I want to explore here. See if there's anything to find. What's with these, like, xenomorph-style helmets? That's really strange. Whoa! Look at the size of that! Oh, just noticed that thing. That's creepy as anything. Oh, hello. We're in some kind of ritual location here. What has happened here?
Dear Emilio, I know what you'll say, but inside I'm dead already anyway, so I have to try. I sought out the old witch, and she said it wasn't too late to cheat death. I gave her all my coins for a spell to bring back my poor Lisbeth, who was as happy as a gull 1 minute, the next dead and cold. Here, I write the ortho spell the woman gave me. Only for Lisbeth's sake do I dare attempt it. 5 fingers, 2 fresh from you, and 2 cold and stiff from your departed dear, placed in a copper pot with whale's blood, and the herbals I given ye. Boil it all while you speak the word reverse, until ye can hear it no more. Emilio, if you don't hear from me again, it means that all hope is lost. Silvio.
That would seem to be the mark of Granny Rags. I can't think of anybody else who would be passing out advice of that kind. Yes, Granny Rags. Who I must say, Queen 3210, amazing voice when voicing that character. Better than I can do it anyway. Oh, well, there's nothing else going on here, so Corpsu, let's take you back to the lady who wants you.
I'm thinking of having a picnic soon on the back lawn.
I'll get the cigars tomorrow. Want to buy one?
Right, so where... Ah, hold on. Mindy Blanchard is 15 meters in this direction. Ah, that's right. Yeah, she's in the underground passage here. I remember now.
Come on. Hurry up. Hey, you got it. Put it down in the hole. Good job. Take this.
You said you had a trick for getting closer to Adamire.
I just sent one of my boys to turn off the power to the carriage rails. When the juice is off, you can walk along the rails and get where you need to go. On the other side, there's a station that will take you to Adamire.
All right then. This is goodbye.
There we go. She also gave us some equipment as well, which is awesome. So mission clue now. So disable the electrified tracks leading to Adamaya Main Station. We can now go that way, which is awesome. So Mindy Blanchard, despite having a very punky, distrustful look, has actually come up trumps here with this one, to say the least. Got us a way in without any corpses, which is fantastic. Ooh. Well, I should be concerned, except they're both overseers, so fuck them. They're overseers. I hate the overseers, so that's fine.
Store that they wouldn't let us take the carriage. Adamire is closed to the public.
We'll have to try again.
Now the power's down.
Okay, let's see if there's anything through this direction. In case of any hidden loot or anything like that. Doesn't look like it. So yes, I know there is one room, but I'm going to have to go back and get it on another playthrough, I think, because I'm not risking it with the lack of powers that I've got here at the moment. So we are getting close to the point where we normally cut off, but we're going to keep going for a little while longer, because this is about as far as we got before, unfortunately, we had to tap out and go back to what we were playing another time, due to a lack of ability to run it. Okay, right.
We should rent another boat sometime.
I want to avoid these guards where I can. I want to avoid getting involved in that side of the business.
No one ever goes out there anymore. Or rarely.
I could transfer you to the Dust District if you're looking for action, Sergeant Quinn.
Link is fine, yep. I don't know how many of those potions I've got left, but it's better to have one now and use it. Right, so the issue we've got here is we've got to be careful because the cables on this side are actually electrified, so we really do not want to touch them.
12 weeks I have been at sea, chasing mud.
There we are. There's a sneaky approach, isn't there, people? Let's go to Adamire Institute. No one even see me on this side of the thing. Went straight through, no one saw me. So now let's take a look at the outside door. Oh, come on, no! And, oh, nice one. We actually got to the end of the level. I wasn't expecting that. So apparently we killed a hostel. I don't know who I killed. Oh, of course I know who I killed. The guy in the house, the housefly. Who else did I kill? Yeah, of course I did. And of course I was detected once. So if it wasn't for that guy in the housefly, we'd have actually got a double success. That is quite annoying. Oh well, never mind. We're still on the stealth side, we're low chaos, and we've got to the end of the edge of the world. It took a very long time, as you can see. It was a 2-hour mission. All you people who've watched this, you have more patience than saints. You really do. And we're going to pick up Dishonored 2 on Sunday evening at 8 PM GMT. But on Friday, we are going to return to the world of Shin Megami Tensei Digital Devil Saga. So here's what we've got on the other things, by the way. Never bothered to check this out. Thank you for that in the comments. So we got the Outsider Shrines. We missed 2 Bone Charms, 3 runes. Missed an absolute swath of coins. There were 3 paintings missing, and there was another blueprint to find. So not the best performance there, it must be said. But we did do all of the special actions. We got through the black market heist. We did actually snatch the key. And we did also put down the Nest Keeper in the Bloodfly apartment. So I wasn't even aware that was a special action, but we did it anyway. So with that in mind, we have managed to do what we needed to do, and this is the perfect place for me to sign off. So again, 8 PM GMT on Friday, we will be back to pick up Shin Megami Tensei Digital Devil Saga, and maybe this time I'll be able to survive that extremely tough boss. But until then, thank you all very, very much for watching. And I bid thee good night.